So we got a shark. Not one head, not two head, not three head, not even fucking four. 5 heads. Five-headed shark attack is the sequel to three-headed shark attack. They're skipping four. I'll get into that in a second. 5 freaking heads. Let's just get right into the movie.
So the plot of the movie is a pretty simple one. It's about this teacher and her students who are in Costa Rica, and they are studying marine life. A shark attack happens, only this shark apparently has 4 heads. Well, after hearing about this, the group goes to investigate this 4-headed shark. Nothing can go wrong, of course. Nothing will go wrong. Yeah, the story isn't exactly the most complex, but you don't really need a complex plot for a story called 5-Headed Shark Attack. I'll give it a pass. It's not great or anything, but it gets a pass. I love some of the motivations behind the characters in this movie, like they were just laughably bad, and they constantly change how they feel. Like someone will die and they'll be all upset, but then 2 minutes later they don't even give a shit at that point. Or the bad guy is just so clearly after the money in this movie that it's just great. It's really funny for the most part, and the story gets a pass just kind of off that alone because it had me laughing multiple times. It was quite decent. The shark screen time in this movie was not amazing like 3-Headed Shark Attack. It was just okay. Not terrible, but not very good either. I could have honestly used a lot more of the shark. They show it quite a bit more than most shark movies, but I needed some more. At least when they show it, it's for more than like 5 seconds. It's for quite a while, and you'll see it upwards of even like a full 30, 45 seconds, even a minute. So at least there's that. That's good. But one thing that the shark is really good at in this movie is being stealthy. Like, it's hidden for a lot of the movie. Like, even to the characters in the movie, it's just hidden. Then again, I don't know how this giant shark is hidden. It's just a stealth shark. Stealth shark solid. And even though it has 4 heads. At first, I was disappointed. The shark does only have 4 heads, but about halfway through the movie, it gets a 5th head in its tail, of all places, which I thought was just ingenious. And it was really cool and unexpected. It was also pretty funny. So at least that's original there, but in terms of how long it was on screen, it wasn't exactly the best. Now, the shark kills in this movie, for the most part, they're pretty good actually. There are some really generic, just boring ones that do happen in the movie, I will say, like someone falling in the water and the shark making them like go underwater. But there's some really unique ones with the shark climbing up the bow, eating like 4 people at once. That was great. Weighing it down, and even the shark taking down a helicopter, which is honestly like the climax of the movie, and it's probably the best part. The kills, like most of the movie, was not the best, but it was serviceable, that's for sure. The CGI was pretty subpar for the most part. It didn't really look any better than the 3-Headed Shark Attack, and that came out before this, and that looked just alright at best. So really, it's just, again, at very best, passable and serviceable for CGI. Like, the shark, there's just some scenes where it looks really bad, but then there's some where it looks moderately decent, so it's just kind of a mixed bag here. But hey, like I always say with these shark reviews, it could be so much worse. Speaking of worse, we have the acting. The acting in this movie is not exactly very good. It's pretty shit all around. Nobody's really worse or better than anybody. It's just kind of like a consistent level of crap. It's not like ridiculously bad. At least this is a sci-fi movie, so there are some constraints here, and it's not everyone's first time acting on TV. I really like the acting for the antagonist in this movie. They really just let you know he's evil and kind of an asshole. That's just great. The Maya Khalil ripoff was pretty alright in this movie as well. And like the rest of the movie, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good. It was just kind of there. Yeah, it's alright. So overall, 5-Headed Shark Attack has some pretty big shoes to fill, considering it the 3-Headed Shark Attack movie of Danny Trejo and Rob Van Dam. It's pretty obvious that movie is way better, and that's one of my favorite shark movies of all time. This movie is not as bad as its 2-headed counterpart, but it's not as good as its 3-headed. It falls in the middle, and it's just generally like, yeah, it's alright. But, yeah, that's just really where it falls, to be honest. I mean, I was just generally not impressed by it that much. I mean, I was impressed with this one with the tail being ahead. That was awesome. That deserves some mad props for being original and funny at the same time. I was not expecting that. That came out of nowhere. With everything said, my final verdict on the shark scale is going to be a solid 3 out of 5. It's above average and is just generally good. I would still recommend 3-Headed Shark Attack much more over this one, but this is a decent substitute. If you love shark movies, you should probably check this one out. It's probably pretty You'll probably like it. It's a good movie. So I'll see you guys on that next review.